Hi, I'm Alan with the Spokane Plant Farm. It's entirely possible that you received in your mail this week an order of String of Hearts cuttings from the Spokane Plant Farm. I thought I would take just a couple of minutes and go over the proper way to propagate this plant. It's a little different than some of our houseplants. It would seem to me, after over 40 years of houseplant propagation, that every single plant has a secret. If you discover it, then it's a lot of fun to grow it. Until you discover it, sometimes it can be frustrating. But if you received your order, you would have received a bundle of little, what we call leaf and eye cuttings. So there's a stem and there's going to be the leaves attached. And right at the base, between where the two come together, is the eye. That's where the new growth on this plant is going to generate from. So for ease of use, I think the easiest thing to do, of course we have to get some root tone on each of these cuttings, but actually putting it in our pot and just laying it down. Make sure there's a good soil to plant contact. But if you look at my pot right here, you can see I've just got them pressed in there, okay? And I really, sometimes these are so confusing, you don't know which end is up and which end is down. So we're just going to gamble and do the safe thing and just lay it flat. And our new growth is going to come from that eye anyway. So the plant's really not going to know the difference as it's laid flat. Now there is another way to do this. And maybe some people might think it's easier, some people might think it's more difficult. But I'm gonna get a little root tone on this stem. And of course, rooting powder is something that's pretty common, but I would recommend that you do use it on this particular plant. So we've just got this whole stem right here, and I think what we'll do is we'll just take the stem and start on the outside edge and just work our way around. Now notice this is a variegated String of Hearts. This plant is not very common, and we don't sell it real frequently, but we do have a few that are just beginning to be available. And so again, I just took that whole stem and laid it down. It's got the root tone on it, and so we're doing the same thing basically, just one stem cutting versus the leaf and eyes. Now this is kind of a succulent. In fact, it actually has a little tuber that it grows right here at the joint. So it's not going to be that tough to get started, but it's going to take you maybe 2 to 3 months to begin to get something from this into something to there where it's beginning to grow and put out a stem from those leaf and eye cuttings. So not the fastest, but it is quite fun and very rewarding. And given time, they can be quite full. These particular 6-inch green ones are really beginning to start look nice. So I'm Alan with the Spokane Plant Farm, and I hope you enjoy your opportunity with the String of Hearts.